Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my 2025 MaybeMidrash Readathon TBR announcement video. Once again, I am kicking my poetry video a little bit over down the curb now for like the second time. I, in my last video, said, expect me next with my poetry review, and instead I have upended my schedule a little bit. Anyway, the MaybeMidrash Readathon was started by Jason at Old Blues Chapters and Verse. He had co-hosts throughout the years. I don't think this is taking place officially this year, but it's not really an official sort of readathon. It's really self-guided. And in fact, I just went ahead and saw Rebecca post her video about it, and then I saw a couple of others as well. I'll link to Rebecca's down below. She's gone ahead not only and, announced her book, she's also read and reviewed them. I am not that coordinated in the slightest. This is my announcement video, and it will take until June to do a wrap-up. But I wanted to sit down and do my announcement now, not only because, it's exciting to see other people do this, but also I'm scheduling in some movie watching as part of this readathon as well, and I realized that one of the movies will be playing this weekend, so I probably should announce everything before that. Anyway, Midrash, traditionally speaking, it's a form of Jewish text study, exegesis text study, where the rabbis would convene and scholars would convene to extrapolate and flesh out stories of the Bible and other religious sources. I'll link to more information down below. And I think in general, this readathon, it's meant to also take, traditional religious sources and find fiction and nonfiction that extrapolates on them. I'm actually a little more basic, not delving directly into the Bible, but this year my MaybeMidrash is turning into a Jewish adult. There's a lot in here circling around the bar mitzvah, or in one case, a tiny bit, the bat mitzvah. And with that intro, I thought I'd start quickly by discussing the two movies I'm hoping to watch this month. The one that crept up on me is going to be part of my local JCC's film and music festival that happens every year in May. And the movie is called 31 Candles, and it is so under the radar, I can't even find a movie trailer. I found like an article or two, and as far as I know, it's only been playing at a handful of JCCs, and now it'll be playing at the DC JCC this weekend and another time as well. And this movie is about a main character who is 31, and when he hooks up again with an old girlfriend, that's when he decides to finally put on his much-delayed bar mitzvah. The other movie I want to watch, I've actually had on my docket for a while. I'm hoping I can find it easily streaming online. I haven't actually searched in a little while, which is a reason I thought I might need another movie as well. But this other movie is Between the Temples. And it's just something that came out like several months ago, and I'm like, oh, I really want to watch it, and then I decided to put it off until maybe Midrash. And technically speaking, there are two characters who, get involved in this movie, and one of them is an older woman who decides that she wants to have her bat mitzvah. But actually, I think this story is much more centered on Jason Schwartzman's character, who is a cantor who's kind of lost his verve after the death of his wife. And from the trailer, it has very Wes Anderson feels, in part because of Jason Schwartzman, of course. I'm a little hesitant, though, because my mother actually watched this movie a few months ago and she wasn't impressed, but I hope I'll like it better. And the final bar mitzvah of this MaybeMidrash Readathon comes from the fiction book. This is Adam Unrehearsed by Don Futterman, about a young boy in the 70s who was having his bar mitzvah at the traditionally appropriate time. This is a book that was on my radar. I used to listen to a podcast with Don Futterman in it, and then I found this book, in fact, at the Raid the Shelves event I went to in Manhattan at the Jewish Book Council headquarters. So I'm very excited to have a copy, own a copy, and now be able to read it this month. I'll just read quickly from the flap. Adam Miller must do the impossible, fit in yet stand out, avoid getting beat up, and not let his family down. Set in 1970 in Flushing, Adam Unrehearsed is about the difficulty of moving and moving on. Buffeted by politics he can barely grasp, Adam spends his bar mitzvah year learning to perform on and off stage as he finds his place in life and discovers how rare true friendship can be. So yes, this is centering around the fact that the bar mitzvah age is also a great age for a bildungsroman, where as a young teenager, the world around you within a religious setting and without it is a bit in flux. So I'm really excited to get to this. My nonfiction pick moves me away from the bar and bat mitzvah scene. It's, in fact, I think is going to be relatively challenging. I hear this is material that is not for beginners, so I guess I'm glad I have my own bat mitzvah behind me. This is To Be a Jew Today, A New Guide to God, Israel, and the Jewish People by Noah Feldman. Noah Feldman is I think, renowned Jewish scholar, and he's taking a deep dive into, I think, these topics that's specific enough that's not for a beginner audience, is my understanding. So I will actually read again from the flap. What does it mean to be a Jew? At a time of worldwide crisis, venerable answers to this question have become unsettled. In To Be a Jew Today, the legal scholar and writer Noah Feldman draws on a lifelong engagement with his religion to offer wide-ranging interpretation of Judaism in its current varieties. How do Jews today understand their relationship to God, to Israel, and to each other, and live their lives accordingly? Writing sympathetically but incisively about diverse outlooks, Feldman clarifies what's at stake in the choice of how to be a Jew, and discusses the shared theology of struggle that Jews engage with as they wrestle with who God is, what God wants, and whether God exists. He shows how the founding of Israel has transformed Judaism itself over the last century, and explores the ongoing consequences of that transformation for all Jews, who find the meaning of their Jewishness and their views about Israel intertwined, no matter what those views are. As he examines the analogies between being Jewish and belonging to a large, messy family, it's a family that often makes its members crazy, but a family all the same. Written with empathy and clarity, To Be a Jew Today is a critical resource for readers of all faiths, ranging from ancient rabbis and Moses Maimonides, who is a ancient, Jewish thinker as well, or medieval Jewish thinker as well, to creative, present-oriented revisers of the tradition, from messianic expectations to Jewish atheists, and the idea that there is no such thing as a bad Jew. Feldman's book offers a novel account of the rewards and dilemmas of contemporary Jewish life. So yeah, it isn't, I guess, directly about Jewish textual study. I assume that will come into this a bit. Also, though, it's invoking Israel and the modern state, and how, in a sense, one of the big arguments I hear, especially about, starting in the mid-20th century, is that Israel and the Holocaust, for a lot of Jews who otherwise aren't connected to the religion, that's become a major focal point of Judaism for many people. It's something I struggle with. Both of those, both Israel, especially Israel, and also the Holocaust, are significant parts of the Jewish historical story and cultural story and heritage and baggage for me as well, but it's, not the whole story. So I'm really excited and grateful that he is going to be delving into a whole lot of what makes a Jew today. And also with this book, I think I am fulfilling another part of Jason's expectations from some of his MaybeMidrash years, that he was hoping that we would be able to find study groups to talk about these books with. And with this book, I'm in fact killing two birds with one stone, as you might say, because I'm going to be discussing this book later in the month with my synagogue's Israel Book Club. So I'm excited to do that as well. I think I'll need extra thoughts on this one, and it's a bit of a chunkster, so probably going to be a bit exhausting. So I'm grateful that I can use it for 2 reading goals, essentially, this month. And that about covers it for me now. I will leave links to these movies and to these books listed down below, and also to the hashtag MaybeMidrash if you'd like to, see videos people have made in past and present and what types of books they're reading across a lot of faith traditions. And now expect me back here on this channel imminently with that poetry review. I have already filmed it. All I need now to do is edit and post it, so hopefully there will be no more delays after this. And yeah, I'm hoping for a fruitful May with this reading and watching. I do have a lot of other big TBR plans to cram into the rest of the month as well. And I think I will be back in June with my MaybeMidrash wrap-up. We shall see. But yeah, if you are participating as well, I'd love to hear about it. And thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.